Hi, Alison.
Hi everyone. Hi, Pete.
Hi, everybody. We are live. Myself and Alison. Chile is currently cruising on the freedom of the seas, so he may turn up, I don't know. And this is a special, a solo cruise show special, because we found out this morning that Royal Caribbean have done a flash sale, haven't they, Alison? Yeah.
Yep.
So
Yep.
rather than go live on Sunday like we were with a solo cruise show, we have brought the show forward to today. So there'll be no show on Sunday, but we've brought it forward to give everybody the opportunity to take advantage of this. I think it's an incredible deal. I really do.
Yep. And totally unexpected. We didn't expect them to drop prices so soon, because they just raised them a week or so ago from what they were. So yeah, I never expected to see any lower prices for quite some time, but incredibly they've dropped their prices again.
They really have. And just to explain, it's our group cruise. It's the first group cruise of Cruises for Solos. Please ask us questions as well. We're live on YouTube and live on Facebook, and obviously you got it on playback, so you can also ask us questions on playback. Please ask us questions. It's our first live group. It's our first group cruise show. It's May the 22nd, 2023. It's
plenty of time to think about it.
Plenty of time. It's on the Royal Caribbean Brilliance of the Sea. The itinerary is just one of those bucket list cruises. It really is. I'll just show you some graphics to go through, and also give you the opportunity of pausing if you're watching closely and you want to come and book as well. That is a 7-night Greek island cruise. Could you go through?
Absolutely. So yeah, it's an unusual itinerary that it's not going from Athens to Athens. We're actually going from Athens in Greece, capital of Greece, up to Venice or Ravenna, which most of the cruise ships going now for Venice. So yeah, from Greece up to Italy, we're covering 3 Greek islands, fantastic Greek islands. We have Mykonos, the lovely, beautiful small island of Mykonos. We then go to Crete, one of the ports in Crete called Chania. We're then on to Zante before heading up to Montenegro to fabulous Kotor. If you haven't been to Kotor before, wow, you are in for a treat on that one. And then we head from Montenegro up to Croatia to Split before heading to Italy. So yeah, 4 countries, 3 Greek islands. Incredible.
Athens, Mykonos, Chania.
Yep. Zante, Zakynthos.
Cruising, Kotor, Split, and Venice.
Of course, I forgot. We've also got a sea day in there, the full day, a sea day. So if you like your sea deals, I mean, it's got absolutely everything in there. You've got sea day as well, so it's not a completely full-on itinerary.
It isn't. And just to give it a chance here, if you want to pause, if you're watching on playback or you want to go back and you want to pause early, that is the way to book the cruise. Yeah. Our contact is Robert. His telephone number is there, 01633 845 100. You can email him liveforholidays@theholidayvillage.co.uk. It's £75 a person is the deposit. All the details are on the banner down there, all going through.
And he has his Facebook page as well, so they can always go onto his Facebook page, which is in the graphic, and send him a message that way if that's easier. And hey, there's Dominic. Dominic's booked today. Great to have you on board, Dominic.
Now, Dominic is talking about going snorkeling. Now, just to go through, this is the very beginning. It's not just going to be a 7-day cruise with us either. We are talking about having, first of all, 3 days in Athens. 3 days in Athens beforehand. If you want to join us, it's entirely up to you. And 2 days in Venice at the end as well. There are 2 iconic destinations that we're going to. So especially for our American friends who are flying over, and we've got quite a few from America flying over, and just to let you know, Robert can book you. So please talk to Robert to get this deal. And you also get $100 on board spend, $50 before, $50 on board as well if you book our cruise with Robert. Yeah. And just to make it really worthwhile, it means that we can do Athens first of all. You know Athens. I've been to Athens once, And I've never been to Venice at the end of it. So we're going to put 3 days beforehand, 2 days at the end. Plus, we're going to be talking about all kinds of excursions and tours, onboard activities we'd like to do, talking about dining, how we're going to dine, beverage packages. There's so much more we're going to discuss, isn't there?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's not just like you say, it's the 7-day cruise. It's actually turning into a 12-day land and cruise holiday. You've got your 3 days before if you want to come, like you said, 7-day cruise and then Venice afterwards. But yeah, I've been to 3 of the ports. I've been to Athens plus 3 of the ports, a couple of the Greek islands and Kotor. And yeah, I jumped on it as soon as, I messaged you as soon as I saw it, Pete, because I thought it was a fabulous itinerary. Great places to visit. It ticks off the bucket list for those who want to go to the Greek islands. As I said before, if you haven't been to Kotor, wow, you are in for a treat. It is absolutely stunning. I spent my 50th birthday there, rented an apartment in Kotor, spent 3 days there. It's a tiny little place, but it's incredibly beautiful. And then up to Split. I've never been to Split. I've been to Dubrovnik in Croatia, but never Split. So yeah, I'm excited to go to Split.
Dominic's asked, when do the details come out for pre-cruise and post-cruise stays? We're going to be looking at putting that into action in the next few weeks, to be honest with you. Once we've got this, because this is all a rush. Didn't expect it to be all a rush, The reason it's all a rush is that we wanted to do a Greek cruise. We decided we really wanted to do the Greek islands. And the prices were £1,700 for Norwegian Cruise Line, Virgin Voyages, P&O, even Crystal Cruise Line was a lot more.
We've been getting some quotes from various cruise lines, and we just thought they were too much.
So, but our thought was that it's going to be a smaller group, and it's going to be that's what you pay to do a bucket list itinerary like this. And then you found this cruise out of the blue. And it was kind of last minute because we got it on the end of a Royal Caribbean promotion. So we only had a few days to get it out there to everybody. And then the prices are set by Royal Caribbean, by the way. We don't control them. And so they can go up and they can go down. And that's what happens. We don't have cabins that are set at a certain price. We can't do that with Royal Caribbean. That's not what it is. The bonus is that everyone gets $100 to spend on board, compared to other people. So we've got it out there really quick, and a whole load of us jumped on it. It's so good.
21 at the moment, I think, booked on. Is that right? 21 confirmed.
And then the price went back to the normal price, which was still almost half the price of other cruise lines. Which was incredible. So even the normal price, I think the inside went from 808 to about 950, something like that.
Something like
that's
that,
not including gratuities, by the way, because that does get added on. So we thought, okay, that's still great. The people who got the first one have got a bargain, especially if there's 2 sharing. And then out of the blue, Royal Caribbean do another promotion today, a flash sale today, and Robert, our wonderful TA based in Wales, was on the ball. He found out about it, he got the prices, and he let us know immediately. So we changed the show from Sunday to today to give everybody the chance. Now, obviously, again, it depends whether the cabins are available. To be part of a group with Royal Caribbean, it has to be a guaranteed cabin. So you will have a cabin number. So when you book, speak to Robert and he will let you know what is available in that category. And sometimes that category has gone, which means it's a little bit more, unfortunately. We can't control that. It's how Royal Caribbean do, isn't it?
We've got no control of how many cabins are. We don't know how long they're going to do it, but we've no idea whether those cabins are available for that length of time. So
So my thoughts. I'll go through some photographs in a minute and make sure I get the correct ones up this time, like an idiot, right? But my thoughts are that with the competition as such, very similar itineraries with Norwegian Cruise Line, wonderful ships and stuff. Virgin Voyages, wonderful ship. P&O, lovely ships as well. All being something like £1,600 to £1,800 for a solo. similar itineraries, I'm guessing that this eventually is probably going to go to a much higher price. I just can't believe it's going to stay the same.
It's a much smaller ship than a lot of the ones that are sailing the Greek islands. So yeah, they're less cabins. So I can see this one selling out at some point. But yeah, I think the attraction is most definitely the itinerary, which a lot of the other ships are not doing. So certainly this one is, like you say, going from iconic Athens up to Venice. I mean, wow, yeah. What more could you want? Fantastic.
These are bucket list places to cruise to for me. They really are. And again, being part of our group, we're going to have group activities for the group, for the people who are with us. We're going to do that because that's why you're with us, you know. And we may meet other people on board as well, but we're going to have those activities. And especially if you haven't cruised before and you're a bit concerned about going solo for the first time, you're going to have Alison, you're going to have Chili's
coming with us from across
Virginia.
from the US.
And you're going to get stuck with me as well, but a whole group of people as well, a whole group of wonderful people. So you're going to have, and we've got our own Facebook group for those who are booked, by the way. If you book the cruise, that is a Facebook group for you. We've got 1 or 2 other people on there, which we will change at some point if they're not going to be on it. So we can talk to each other, get to know each other, talk about what we want to do. You know, the
plan is to look at hotels. We'll start looking at them soon and put some options up for Athens and Venice and see who wants to come in for however length of time you want, whether it's you fly in the night before, come and join us for 3 days. We'll be doing some excursions, we'll be doing walkabout, meals, whatever, and you join in with whatever you want to join in. It's totally your holiday at the end of the day, but we're there as a group. If you like to do things with the group, we're there.
And it's if you want to, you can. If you don't want to, you don't have to. We're very relaxed and chilled about that. It's, you know, that's how we're going to be. I think that's the best thing. You can spend as much time with us that you want to, you know, because some people won't, you know, and we're cool with that, you know, and so you're not going to be like stuck with eating with us all the time and drinking with us all the time. It's your cruise. It's just you're part of a group to get a wonderful deal. And we got a load of people that we will know that we can enjoy our time with if we want to.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, this is some of the photographs of the ship.
Decent sized pool. Yeah.
I mean, what a wonderful time of year. It's even got a solarium, which is amazing.
And that's the other thing about Greece. One of my friends lives in Athens itself, and height of summer, you're talking over 40 degrees, which, you know, you don't want to be going wandering around the Acropolis and the city of Athens and that kind of weather. So I've been before sort of the end of March, start of April. Really nice, pleasant then. Into May, it's going to be really warming up a bit, but not crazily hot. So yeah, it's going to be pleasant, really good time of the year, I think, to go and see the islands and see all these places before it gets really, really packed with the tourists.
I agree. I mean, that's what's got us so excited. We didn't think that we would have a bucket list destination where you normally pay more for, you know, in a great time of year to go. We didn't think that we would get a ship of the class of Royal Caribbean. I did my first Royal Caribbean cruise on the Anthem of the Seas with some wonderful people I met. And I'm just so impressed. You know, it's just wow, the best buffet at sea I've ever had. I have to admit that. And again, having all those things put together, didn't think that we were going to get the deal that we've got. You know, and we got $50 to spend beforehand. Mine's going to go towards the drinks package, by the way. Just to let you know that.
I haven't decided what I'm going to do with mine yet. Yeah, I'm an excursion. I like seeing out and about. So yeah, I might. There's one beach on Crete that my last twice I've been. I haven't quite managed to go and see, because I usually stay in a Solos hotel, specifically a family-run place in near Chania, and they do their own excursions. And yeah, one of the beaches I've never quite made it to, so that might be my one.
Wow, that's such great news, Daniel. That is amazing, great news. That's breaking news for me, I think, for everybody. Yeah. Solent Ships is returning in a few weeks' time, where you can watch the ships going in and out live from
great.
Southampton.
Yeah, I was glued to Solent Ships before. Yeah.
Fantastic. You know,
Yeah.
so Daniel, keep us up to date, please, on that one. I know it's been tough when all the cameras came down and you went off air and stuff. That is absolutely wonderful news. You know, to watch all these wonderful, huge cruise ships leaving. It really is. Right. Thank you for that. Okay, these are some of your photographs.
Yeah. So that's Falsarna Beach in Crete. So Chania, that's our port stop in Crete. So that's just the example of the absolute, and the photo probably doesn't do it justice, but the water is absolutely clear as anything, and fantastic. A little bit chilly, but once you're in there, just beautiful. So that's Falsarna Beach in Crete.
Alison, I think I can see Dominic in there snorkeling.
Snorkeling.
He's snorkeling in there, isn't it? Dominic.
Somewhere.
That looks an amazing place to go snorkeling, doesn't it?
Crete has Elefanici Beach, which is the one I haven't been to, is just completely pink. With the sand there. So I want to go there. And Balos Beach is the other one that's the kind of famous ones on Crete. But yeah, that was Falsarna. That's the old town of Chania. Now, we're not docking in the harbour at Chania, we're docking in the bay just a little bit over, so I don't think it's too far. I'm quite sure there'll be shuttle buses into the harbour, but yeah, it's a huge harbour, and behind that lots and lots of shops, little alleyways, fantastic restaurants line all the way around the harbour if you want a drink, you want an authentic Greek meal. But yeah, Chania's a real buzzing little place. It's lovely.
Wow.
That's in Kotor. So behind you is where you'll see the ships sailing in right the way up to Kotor, up to the left, right at the top. And once you get to Kotor, there's no more water. That's the end of the waterway for the ships. So you just have to turn around and sail back out again. But I was standing on Lady of the Rock Island. So if anyone's been to Kotor already, when you sail in, you'll see the Lady of the Rock Island, probably about halfway into the sailing. Once you get into Kotor, just right outside the old town, I mean, the ships just literally dock right there. You'll get excursions that you can take out to Lady of the Rock Island. There's boat trips. They do the Blue Caves. They do one of the Piraeus, one of the little villages to the left. So yeah, that's one of the possibilities of excursions that you can do when you're in Kotor. It takes about 20 minutes, half an hour on a sort of speedboat that you go out there. But yeah,
again, we'll be talking to the group once we've got everyone together about doing a group, some excursions there. And we have a friend of ours who runs a excursion company, Andreas, in Kotor, and a wonderful chap. He's been on he's been on my old show, the Cruise Amigos, ages ago, before the whole lockdown thing happened. And he's still hanging in there, which is incredible, because they've been through such a tough time with cruise ships not coming in. So we will be talking to Andreas about trying to organise some really special group together in his town. You know, there's no one better than Andreas to show us around. You know, so we'll be talking to you about that as well.
Yeah, that's the famous shipwreck beach on Zante, or Zakynthos, I think it is. It's got its two names, Zakynthos and Zante. So I actually took that photo, so it shows how high up you are. You actually on the land tour, you actually go out in this little walkway, and you have to kind of lean over and take the photo. The only way to get to shipwreck beach itself is by sea. So yeah, you can go there, and I'm pretty sure there'll probably be excursions from Zante town to Shipwreck Beach. But it's one of the most, if you Google it, it's one of the most famous beaches on Zante. That's part of the old town again in Chania. So this is all the little streets I was talking about at the back of the harbour, just full of little shops, leather goods, pottery, just loads of little authentic Greek restaurants, little bars. Yeah, great place for exploring. Probably one of the most famous views. This is Kotor. So this is that was me walking up the city walls. That I was probably only about halfway up at that point. I didn't really go much further. You can go probably double that height, but you can probably see the sailing off to the right there. Lady of the Rock Island, you can't quite see it as a bit further round, but yeah, it's an absolutely stunning place, and until you're actually sailing into, I drove into it, so I went by land, so drove right in from Dubrovnik, and it's just most incredible, beautiful place.
That's all good news from Daniel. Do anyone use maritime apps? I don't know if you do, Alison.
No, don't think. Yeah, no. There's nothing that I do. No.
And so just to go through everything again, just to explain why we are live, why we brought Sunday's show early, is because Royal Caribbean announced a flash sale out of the blue, and it meant that the prices for our group cruise went to very close to the original level when we broadcast this literally about a week ago, Alison.
Yeah,
you know,
but 10 days ago, something like that. Yeah, they've gone back down, totally unexpected. Just never expected them to drop prices again.
And this flash sale is only for a few days. We only have a few days to do this. So if you are interested in joining us, and we would love you to, please ask us any questions, and please contact Robert. Robert, again, these are his details. Robert's a wonderful TA. His telephone number 01633 845 100. You can email him at liveforholidays@theholidayvillage.co.uk or .com. You can use .com as well on that one. So liveforholidays@theholidayvillage.co.uk or .com. And you can also message him by typing in on Facebook, facebook.com/liveforholidays. So that's on there if you've paused it.
Yeah, so, and just to say, we have people from the UK booked, Ireland, we have mainland Europe, we have America. Have we got any Canadians? I think we might have one Canadian, have we possibly? I'm not sure. But yeah, so people are coming from all over. It's not just us in the UK that are booking on. We have people from all over.
So again, that's the wrong one, isn't it? So that is our itinerary.
Yeah.
Okay, just to be clear. Yeah. Do apologize. That was a different graphic from the wrong graphic. This is our graphic. This is our itinerary. Just to be very clear on that one.
Yeah. So after we've done Zakynthos, like you say, we've got a day cruising, which is fantastic. If anyone loves their sea days, which I do, and I know you do, Pete. We've been across the Atlantic. I think you've done it more than once. So love the sea days. Into Kotor, then right up the coast to Split in Croatia, which I'm really excited to see. I've never been to Split. And then we head on to Ravenna in Venice, which is for Venice.
Yeah, that is the correct graphic. So that's the correct graphic. 7-night Greek and Adriatic cruise. So I do apologize. I put the wrong graphic up earlier for a different cruise. I do apologize about that. But we just rushed this. So we haven't had a chance to prepare. We haven't had a chance to organize. We just wanted to get it out there, rough and ready, because to give everybody the chance to book this if they want to join us before the price changes. Because we're going to continue. You can join us at any point. Honestly, there's a long way to go. And people will be joining us as we go, but they won't be getting the same deal. I hate to say it. They will be. It will be costing more money, but everybody may want to do that. They may be watching this. It's on YouTube, and they may be watching this and going, "Damn, I wish I got that great deal." But at least you'll be on the cruise.
No idea when or even if the prices will come back down again, because they're guaranteed to go up. They will go up once this is done. But the gratuities, I think, are £77, Barbara, £77. That is, so you can have the option of prepaying them, i.e., put them on your bill now, so you pay it included in your cruise price, or you can pay them on board. Yeah,
and the gratuities, they're basically the tips. Every cruise line does it. They're the tips for you prepay for the crew on board, for the people looking after your stateroom, for everybody basically. So if you want a tip on top of that, you can do, but these tips are shared amongst those crew, and they rely on it.
Standard gratuities for every cruise line. Whether they're included in your price beforehand or they're extra, they're there. Gratuities are there.
Yeah, and I've got mine. Mine have been added to my bill.
Mine too.
Yeah. So my bill's gone up slightly because I'm prepaying my gratuities beforehand to make sure it's done.
Yeah. And, get it out of the way.
To be honest with you, the gratuities are around about £11 a day, I think it is.
Yeah, they're actually quite low compared to some other cruise lines. A little bit more. Yeah, that I've certainly paid anyway. So Yeah,
I've been paying like £15 and
I was going to say
a day. Yeah, so they're not bad. That's why they've done. And as I said, the crew who have been through a nightmare really do rely on the gratuities as well.
Absolutely. And I was going to say about flights as well. We had some questions about flights. So yes, you can book your own, or Robert can look at flights for you as well. That's you can chat to Robert about that. So
Now, again, Dominic, it depends, I guess, on the cruise line. I've had onboard credit before, and I have used it towards my gratuities.
Yeah. You can check with Robert on that one, I would say, because you'll also be getting, you've got, if anyone's already booked and logged onto Royal Caribbean, you'll already see your $50, your first $50 are already there on your account. You'll then be getting another 50 on board. So yeah, maybe check with Robert to see if that could go towards your grats. I think pounds wise it works out about 36 at the moment, Dominic. So yeah, so check with Robert on that, because like Pete said, every cruise line's different. They might have certain rules for what you can and can't use your grats for, but your onboard credit for.
What you could do, you could use $50 towards beforehand your drinks package.
Package,
you know, and $50 on board towards your gratuities. But talk to Robert so he knows if you don't know that he doesn't bill you for your gratuities, because mine is on my bill. So speak to Robert to make sure that you're not being billed beforehand. If you're telling him that you want to pay it on board, and then use your onboard money and stuff. So again, Robert, I have to clarify that. I don't really know the answer to it, but I think generally it normally can't you?
Yeah, but yeah, each cruise line's different, so just double check with Robert on that one. But you can use your
just to go through. Also, we're going to be starting in Athens. We're going to be talking about obviously flights, because Robert can book flights. I'm not sure from the States, don't know how it works in the States, but you can definitely book flights from the UK, And so once those flights come out, which is normally 11 months beforehand, we're going to be grabbing our flights straight away. We're going to be going in 3 days beforehand, and anybody who wants, and we're going to be talking about getting some hotels, trying to organize group rates. If we can get some group rates for hotels beforehand, that would be fantastic. And then we'll talk about things like transfers and all that kind of stuff, because we got 2 bucket list destinations before and afterwards. We've got Athens before and Venice afterwards. So it's not just a wonderful cruise. It means that we can do these 2 great bucket lists as well. So from our point of view, our 7 days has kind of been extended to 12 days, hasn't it, Alison?
Yes. Yeah.
And again, everybody can do what they want. You can go in beforehand.
They don't have to join us for the 3 days or at all. You can meet us at the ship. Totally up to you what you want to do, but we will be there.
Athens.
So the Parthenon up at the Acropolis, absolutely, even you can't miss it when you're in Athens. But it is one of the things when I come out of the Acropolis Metro, just to go to my hotel, it is just literally there. I didn't expect it to be so close. I thought it'd be way up in the distance, but it was so close. It was really a wow moment. View from my hotel, which is, it was just literally minutes from the base of the Acropolis. So I had a fantastic view, all lit up at night. There's lots of theatres round about the Acropolis and all over Athens. So that's just kind of one of them. Another must see. I'm going back to see it again because I love this. It's the Panathinaikos Stadium, the original Olympic stadium for the modern Olympics, where the first modern Olympics was held. It is a fabulous tour, and you can't see it from there, but the stadium is made entirely of marble, and you can go inside. There's the tunnel that the athletes would have gone down. You can go in there. There's a little museum at the back. I think it's something like about €10 now. I only paid about €3 for it last time I went, but it is incredible. So yeah, I would definitely recommend people going there. That's looking down to the Acropolis Museum. If you're into museums, a wonderful modern museum there just at the base that was taken from the Acropolis, and my hotel was literally just to the side of the museum there where I stayed, so that's how close I was. And that's the Temple of Zeus. Again, very, very close. It's literally 10-minute walk maybe from the museum. It's really not far. And then the Panathinaikos Stadium, the Olympic Stadium, is another 15 minutes. So that's me down at the Temple of Zeus now, and you can see the Acropolis up there in the background looking down at me. You see how huge it is. But yeah, Athens is just absolutely full of, as you can imagine, things to see, just every turn of every street and whatever. So that's one of the funicular railways that you can go up, just takes 3 minutes. So that takes you up to another big kind of vantage point in Athens, and that's me at the top looking across to the Acropolis. Athens is huge. So Athens has got a fantastic transport, so that's the trams, they have buses, they have the metro, the brilliant metro. So if you're coming in from the airport, depending on where we're staying in the Monastiraki area, direct down from the airport, really easy, straight down to the port actually, one direct line straight the way down.
Looks like we've got our perfect travel guide, doesn't it, folks? Yeah, Alison knows it really well, which is great because I haven't got a clue. And so we're going to be in Athens 3 days beforehand, definitely. Yep. And we're going to try and get some group rates for hotels. Yep. We're going to try our best to get the best deal we can do. So we can, if you want to join us in the hotel, you can do. And if you want to come in early and enjoy Athens, you can. And again, the same thing at the end of it, you know, because we don't set into Venice, unfortunately, because that's all changed now for the sake of Venice. Obviously, it's probably a good thing. But we definitely want to spend a couple of nights in Venice as well. You know, a group on a gondolier. What do you think?
Oh yeah, definitely. That'll be good. We should have Facebook Live from the gondolier, one of our shows.
We're going to have to do that, aren't we?
Yeah.
We really are going to have to do that. So I do apologise for messing up the itinerary at the beginning of the show. It's going to confuse everybody. I have no doubt about that. But that is the correct itinerary. That is the correct one. So honestly, this is a wonderful group cruise. It's away for next year. Daniel says, newsflash, Crystal Cruise is wanted by American authorities. Yeah, I know. That's very, very sad, Daniel. It really is. This is a wonderful group cruise to do. We got some wonderful people on it already. And if you want to join us, honestly, you know, bite your hand off at this deal. It's a great deal. Speak to Robert. He can organise it. You know, he's got all the protections as you do with a travel agent, which is really important. And obviously that it's with Royal Caribbean. So you know your money's safe with them, you know. And I mean, I'm counting down the days, you know.
Come and join us. Yeah.
If you have booked, please contact us to make sure you join the Facebook group for it. Yeah. That's really important. If there are people who have booked on it, we can't get hold of at the moment, just to say this is the Facebook group. Please join us.
I've messaged them, but they haven't come back yet. So
because we want to discuss all the other options, and honestly, we're open to all kinds of ideas as well.
Yeah, you know, if anybody else has got ideas, if anyone's been to excuse me, Athens or Venice before and other places, and they've got great contacts or excursions that they can recommend, absolutely, we're open to anything.
All hotels, and anything like that. So there's so much that we're going to be talking about. So as I said, thanks, Alison. I really hope that you're going to join us. We're not going to be doing a show on Sunday because we bought the show on Sunday. We bought the show early to give everybody the chance. I think the final deadline is Monday, isn't it? Some point on Monday.
I think so. Yeah.
But it always depends that cabin is available as well. You know, certain cabins that particular cabin for this particular deal isn't available, then you may have to upgrade and pay a bit more to another one. So get in as early as you can, you know, and just to make sure you've got that. We've got no idea what the availability is. I'm hoping it's good. Yeah. I know that some of the balconies were sold out. I know that, you know. So some of the balconies were sold out. So don't think the insides are at the moment. So I don't think they would have given this great deal if they were like really full yet.
No, but they're obviously trying to push it a little bit anyway. So like we say, we don't know. We know when it's going to go up. We know it's going to go up again at the start of the week. We don't know when it was going to come down, if it ever will come down again. It's just something we don't know. So grab it while you can.
Any problems, contact me, contact Alison, but please do speak to Robert. They're his details. Yeah. You know, if you're in America, email him, you know, and I'm sure you can contact him as well. Get in contact with him and tell him you want to do this, and he can get it organized for you. It's £75 per person deposit. Again, that's a low deposit.
Yeah.
And one thing we keep forgetting, it's $50 to spend before and $50 to spend afterwards per cabin. So if you're a solo, then that's $100.
$100, absolutely. You know, and that's that's the price of your deposit.
It's not, you know, there isn't really there's not a cheap single supplement on this. You'll notice that the prices are even more unbelievable for twos sharing. It's just that it's so cheap anyway. you know, and you know, we were looking at £1,600-1,700 with all the other cruise lines, and you know, at the moment it's 808 plus gratuities for an inside solo. You know, if you want a porthole, you can upgrade. You want to upgrade to a balcony, and again, if there's two of you, then
it's an incredible deal for if there's two of you.
We don't match people, by the way. If you know, we don't want to take the risk that we're going to match you with someone you hate. You know, so we wouldn't do that. If you want to match yourself, it's entirely up to you to do this. But as I said, this is going to go quickly, so that's why we come live. I hope we haven't bored you. I hope we've answered a few questions. If you've got any more questions, let us know. And if you have booked, let us know. Just go into the Cruises for Solos group and put it on the wall. We'll see it and tell us you've booked. We will link you the link to join the Facebook group for this cruise. You know, I see people are suddenly joining us very, very late. So
watch it on playback.
If you're watching playback, an idiot put the wrong graphics up at the beginning. I do apologize, you know, but that's how live is. It does start in Athens. It does finish in Venice. It doesn't start in Rome. That is that's the cruise before that we looked at, that we went with this one. That's why I was a bit confused. That graphic was still there. So you get days. It's been a manic day, so my head's done, as you can see. Right. Thank you, everybody. Alison, I'll let you get back.
Yeah, absolutely. And just if you're thinking about it and you're still not sure, message us, message me, message Pete, message Rob. He's the expert. Let us know on Facebook, and we'll answer any questions you have. I
mean, we're just excited. Chile couldn't join us, by the way. He's on.
He'll be having adult beverages. It's probably adult beverage time for Chile.
He's on a Freedom of the Seas, I think, at the moment. So you know, in the Caribbean. So he obviously couldn't get there. And again, this is on playback as well. So hopefully we'll see you on board. Yeah. Cheers, Alison. Thanks, folks.
Bye.
Bye.